Theresa May faced claims of ordering a cover-up over the Windrush scandal after Labour attempts to force ministers to publish 8 years of internal documents failed. MPs voted against an opposition motion calling for the government to disclose papers on Commonwealth citizens threatened with deportation despite being residents in the UK for decades. The government won the vote by 316 votes to 221, a majority of 95, on Wednesday. The Prime Minister avoided defeat after pledging a package of measures to bring transparency on the issue, which included the review having full access to Home Office information. It came as Shadow Home Secretary Diane Abbott accused the Prime Minister of ordering her MPs to vote to cover up the truth of her involvement. Some of the first immigrants from the Caribbean island of Jamaica arrive at Tilbury, London. Some of the first immigrants from the Caribbean island of Jamaica arrive at Tilbury, London. Some of the first immigrants from the Caribbean island of Jamaica arrive at Tilbury, London. The ex-troop ship, Empire Windrush, arriving at Tilbury docks from Jamaica, with 482 Jamaicans on board, emigrating to Britain. The ex-troop ship, Empire Windrush, arriving at Tilbury docks from Jamaica, with 482 Jamaicans on board, emigrating to Britain. The government had faced being forced to hand over correspondence, including text messages and emails, between ministers, officials and special advisers between May 2010 and 2018. Labour used a parliamentary procedure, which involves asking the Queen to direct her ministers to provide the requested documents, to try and ensure the documents would have been given to the Home Affairs Select Committee. The division list for the vote showed 180 of Labour's 258 MPs voted in favour of the motion. Ms. Abbott a statement, "This is nothing short of a betrayal of the Windrush generation and others who have been affected by the government's heartless, hostile environment, and flies in the face of the new Home Secretary's promise to make things right." Diane Abbott accused Theresa May of covering up the truth of her involvement. Getty Images. Tory MPs will now have to explain to the people whose lives have been turned upside down why they think they don't deserve the facts to be known and don't deserve proper justice. She earlier told the Commons that many people felt all roads lead back to the Prime Minister on the Windrush scandal, with Mrs May having previously held the post of Home Secretary. Home Secretary Sajid Javid told MPs the plans included him writing each month to Yvette Cooper, chairwoman of the Home Affairs Select Committee, to provide updates on progress, along with the latest position on detention, removals and deportations. Windrush victim, "I feel sorry for Amber Rudd. She inherited all that." He added, the Lessons Learned review would have independent oversight and challenge, with its aim to understand how members of the Windrush generation came to be entangled in measures designed for illegal immigrants, why it was not spotted sooner and if the right corrective measures are in place. In stormy scenes in the Commons, Mr. Javid accused Labour of a fishing expedition, and claimed complying with the motion would have resulted in more than 100 officials being reassigned, which would have taken away help and support from the Windrush cases. He said, "I know I'm not alone when I say there are men and women from the Windrush generation who have been seriously let down by the immigration system, men and women who have had their lives totally and utterly disrupted and put on hold in many cases." Mr. Javid reiterated he would do whatever it takes to put it right.